All black people think they're Italian. It's true. Um, we all think we know something about pasta. I ain't never made pasta. I wouldn't know first thing. Like I've seen it. Like I've seen YouTube videos. I used to think that Olive Garden was a fancy restaurant. I would sit up there acting like an asshole, demanding things. I used to think that I was like a real, Olive Garden is like the McDonald's of Italian food. And I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't owned by McDonald's. I didn't know that Chipotle was owned by McDonald's. Like Chipotle is like the McDonald's of Mexican food, if you think about it. So that's it. It's like normie tier. Talking about Olive Garden. Um, I went to like the kitchen, like the back room, and it was just like a wall of microwaves in this back room, and they would just like reheat shit, and everything was like in a bag. I don't know. Anyway, I went to I just went to Solo Mio. It was it's the same dude, Kevin. What's his name? Who was like the Mall Cop movies, and he had that series with Lisa Remini. It's a really funny show. Was that King of Queens? I think that's what it is. Anyway, um, really, really good movie. Really well written. Um, a couple good shots, but it was mostly like sort of like the cinematography was like sort of normie, like average. Um, but the writing was really good. It was a really funny story about an average dude who meets a woman who loves him like for like who he is, which means that the movie was like a complete fantasy. Poor guy, but had a couple interesting twists. Um, a lot of the supporting characters were really funny, and they really added to the movie. Um, but yeah, it's we all think like I'm talking about like black culture. Like we all think we have like this cultural kind of cosmopolitan awareness when really, and I know I'm making large brushstrokes here, but we tend to be just really good at being consumers. You know, you see that a lot in New York. In New York, they're really focused on like the brands that they wear or what kind of watch they have or what they can afford, what they just bought, but you just expand that out to the whole country. We all have that to some degree as a people. Um this sort of surface level uh taste, or you could say lack thereof. Like you know how there's rich, and then there's rich, and then there's you real like really rich. Like the really rich people, the real wealth you'll never see. Like you don't see those people. You don't even know who they are for the most part. Um, like President Trump and Taylor Swift is really rich. Oprah, you know, those are the sort of That's the level that we can see. But there's people who they got so much fucking money, like they're in a different dimension. Um, you know, like Elon Musk, he might be like a trillion, but he can't write a check for like $1 trillion. There's people who can write a check for $1 trillion. You know, you never see them. Um, anyway, there's that. It was a really good movie. I'm glad I walked down there. I'm glad I didn't bring my phone. It was just cool. I really need to get hot on this class. I keep putting it off. I keep having. I was sick. I was. That's a legitimate excuse. I was fucking sick. So, but it's been almost. It's been months. It's been months. Something was supposed to take 30 days. It's taking me months and months. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't. I'm over halfway done. I don't. I don't know what's taking me so fucking long. Like if I locked in for a week, I could get this done. But I just get so distracted. So yeah, this dog chewed on his bone. Is anybody listening to me? If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis. All right.